Well, I worked as a caretaker up in the school in Raheny for 19 years. I was 19 years up there, and before that I was an upholsterer. So I worked at upholstery, like I worked all my life, and then to get this was a huge shock to me.
He's very independent. Like, you know, you have to kind of, we'll come over and we'll do stuff for him because it needs to be done. And you know, he's one of these people who won't ask for help. Like, even if he's sitting in agony on the chair, he'll tell you he's fine, there's nothing wrong with him, but you know he's in pain.
I was diagnosed with prostate cancer 2 years ago. They said it was at spreading into the bone, into the leg. When they told me first, I was in total shock. I kind of had an idea that it was prostate cancer, but I didn't think it was at the spreading. But they said it was at the spreading. But they said that they caught it in time, and they said that they could not operate on the leg because the bone had just shattered completely. So there's nothing they can do with the bone. But it was a complete shock to myself and the family. Raheny Hospice then got in touch with me, and I went out there for treatment. Like, it was relaxation therapy, occupational therapy, and physiotherapy. I went out there for. I found them absolutely brilliant. They couldn't do enough for you now out there.
I'd say the biggest improvement I've seen in him would be his mental health. And because at the beginning he was trying to fight the cancer, obviously, and he was trying to be strong for everyone around him. And I think then at times got so much from it, dealing with that, with the medication that he was on. His anxiety was very high. Where once he started learning how to do the meditation, and like there was a major difference in him, like stuff that would normally kind of, you'd see the trigger in him. He's a lot calmer now with the situation.
I was getting the occupational therapy, the relaxation, the breathing. I found that totally relaxing to me, you know what I mean? And then the physiotherapy, I was getting the physiotherapy. I was getting that about once a month, and then they put it up to 3 months then, you know what I mean? Because I was doing it, they were giving me stuff to do at home. So they still send me out brochures just to keep up the work, the breathing. The brochures contain like puzzles and things like that, just to keep you occupied while this was going on, you know? So hopefully we get it back soon, this COVID thing will go and we'll be able to get back together again, you know what I mean?
I think with the lockdown we found it, like especially me, I went into lockdown with my kids so I could be around them. But like, you missed me brother's kids because they went kind of isolated to the extent that we were. And you know, I remember one time he was walking to the shop and they were walking, and he had to kind of walk by them, and that affected him because he couldn't stop and hug his grandkids. And yeah, I think at times now he found it lonely. But see, my brothers were still in work, they'd drop in and out to him where they couldn't at the time. So with regards to that, like it was a bit of a struggle for him, but like he got through it, like he was fine. Once he was able to go back out and do his walking again, he was back out. He'd walk the dog. We have a dog over there, so he walks my dog in the morning to kind of get him out. That's the excuse we give him to go get the exercise in. I just think that you assume when you hear the word palliative care, like it kind of knocks you back a bit, because you're thinking, oh, is there something going on here that we actually don't know about? Is he not telling us? Because you know yourself, like when you hear palliative care, you think of someone that's on their deathbed and they're receiving palliative care. Where like I think we've seen a whole other side to it, where it's just like it's a support system, it's being around people that are in the same position that you're in, kind of going through the same fights, the same battles. And I have to say, like, it's just amazing, like the support that he's got from Raheny Hospice, like it really is.
I must say, I couldn't fault him in any way. I found him brilliant. The palliative care was absolutely great, you know.